In the room tour, we'll be going over some key items and locations, as well as some things to know about lab. Here is a fire extinguisher, our fire blanket, and our first aid kit. Here we have our trash can and cardboard box for glass disposal. Gloves, our eye wash station and safety shower. Located here on this countertop is your SDS sheet. Now I will show you the locations of the fire extinguisher, fire alarm, and our emergency exit. Now I'll demonstrate how to properly disinfect your table. You'll start by getting some paper towels and the disinfectant, MetroGuard. You will spray the table and ensure every area is wet. Do not attempt to dry the table fully. Once you have fully disinfected your table, you should follow this up by washing your hands. This completes the laboratory contract overview as well as the room tour.